Hush, little baby, don't say a word. I dreamed of being white in my dreams I am black. One night, I was taking care of my parents, who were old and white, and were as familiar to me as parents are in dreams. And it wasn't until I was awake that I realized I've never met these particular people. Well, I hope they are well. I am raising a child to become the end of the rotting and to expose the lushness of the cemetery moth. I am raising a child to know the difference between the two sunsets. One, purple, the thermonuclear iodine. The other, the charred inside of rain. I am raising a child to listen. There is so much noise, only silence will be remembered. The background is clouds and clouds above those. The color of an exhaustion, whether of field hands, stacking sheaves, or the coiling of the columnar exhaust from the coal engine. It is 1827, 1990, and 1998, July 29, 1998. I find myself sitting in a rocking chair, holding my firstborn child, Corin. She is a tiny thing. At almost 3 months, she weighed 5 pounds and 4 ounces. Only 3 more pounds more than what she weighed when she was born. The whites of her eyes were turning green, a sign that her tiny liver was tired. Her belly, it poked out pregnantly from a swollen spleen. How cute was she? Miniature fingers cradling miniature cheeks, and I watched as she drowned in her pink and white teddy bear gown. Tiny socks hiding tinier feet. She was perfect. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Psychologist Kendra Cherry explains that the average human spends a combined total of 6 years dreaming. And yet, due to the lack of memory formation, 95% of these dreams are forgotten upon waking. Whether it is the dreams that our unconscious constructs or the dreams that we build ourselves, our imagination is being lost within the day-to-day doldrums of our lives. Through poetry, Hush Little Baby by Jack Smith, a poem, Also About Whiteness by Forrest Hamer, Song of America by Rob Cook, Brenton's Clouds by David Baker, and Come Alive, Mr. Truffalump by Derek Brown. We will reclaim our creative unconscious and turn dreams to reality. Citizens of Narnia, I must admit I was a reluctant candidate for mayor. I have shaken the hands and the hooves of many throughout this great land, and I must admit, the beat inside has died. A great sorrow overwhelms me, for even the drums in my chest grow quieter each and every day. When did we become a library of children, shelved like great novels no one had time to read? As Mayor of Narnia, I declare that this day we must come alive. I will declare a day for dipping our hands in butter so we can practice letting go of what we were and watch our hands emerge as telephones so we can know our true calling. Bring! It's for you. It's the future. At a loss for words, I sang the song to her. My child who has been hushed since birth. Her voice stolen by a tube wedged between her tiny lungs, but that day I told the nurse, time to take the tube. As Mayor of Narnia, I will declare a day for talking to the trees. What are they saying? They are saying, climb me, carve your future lover's name into my spine, sacrifice me for your books. Every book, every page is my blood, and I give this to you. We are going to fly kites in reverse with a sail firmly planted in the soil, our bodies on a string, sculpting the clouds into the faces of people we miss. The colors of his clouds express each new or Browning effluence seen elsewhere as progress. The background is everywhere telling. In the present moment, in the real air, what we saw above the light was an art with white. A woman who was black and white sometimes dreams of herself as white as well as black, but she has never both things in her dreams. I must admit, I wish that I was white. Usually in my dreams, I am colored and awake, imagining myself invisible, without tubes or cords. Save myself from the days that they would call her a miracle baby, because they would never give her that title. Miracle baby survived. The doctor said that child of mine was born to die. They say that life flashes past your eyes when you know that it's your time. But what flashes past the eyes of a child barely developed 3 months, whose tiny world consists of incubator, nurse's arms, and mama's arms. Incubator, nurse's arms, daddy's arms, incubator, nurse's arms, mama's in a rocking chair. I'm sleepy, mama, rock the chair, mama's in a rocking chair. I'm sleepy, mama, rock the chair. It was an accident, the baby's carriage was not crushed by the linden bough, sheared off clean as marrow. We could see it all in an instant's clear. Likeness where the future is no longer present, but it is already part of the story. I am raising a child to fill in the spaces between wars, and to fill in the spaces between people, where everything grows even when the last space is gone. I am raising a child to bring into the world books that suffer, that attention kids make over and over. I am raising a child to be kept into the abandoned mail trucks and to lead the grasses across the Midwestern sleep. I am raising a child to add letters and numbers to his names and to leave hellbenders and chameleons behind his name. I am raising a child to drown and drop dead and carry buildings on his back. I am raising a child to listen to his face breaking when it's cold, and I am raising a child to leave bread for the voices that come after dark. I may never know her last thoughts and her last moments, but I can tell you what goes through the eyes and the mind of a mother. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. I sang nursery rhymes to break the silence of her granny trying to be strong for me, letting her tears fall silently. I sat glossy-eyed, half smiling while the nurses hovered over us crying. My shaky leg tried to rock the rocking chair in hopes that she would stay asleep, this tiny, lifeless body. Finally noticing the irony of, hush, little baby. She closed her eyes, sighed her last breath. I am raising a child to keep their eyes open and to reclaim lost wishes. We are going to capture the dreams. We are going to turn off the machines. We are no longer the dishes that we pass. We are the passion that we dish. If you've been away from Narnia for too long, welcome back. The kingdom is outside. The kingdom is inside. Today is the day that we must come alive.